Hello and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today's video is slightly different. Obviously I'm in front of the camera and I shall be doing a game review, and that game is Space Jam: A New Legacy, which it came out recently on Game Pass, and I thought I might as well do a game review on it because I had no idea that it was coming out, and movie game tie-ins are normally never good. The gameplay is either really choppy or the game is just wildly bizarre, has nothing to do with the movie, and this game is the latter, has absolutely nothing. Well, if it does have something to do with the game, then, or the movie, sorry, then I will be amazed because this game is wild. So for those of you that weren't born in the 90s, to be honest, I don't really know what I'm on about. I wasn't even born in the 90s. But Space Jam 1996, it came out, and the story is Michael Jordan, who went into retirement in 1993. He had his NBA comeback in 1995. And basically the question that Warner Brothers asked was, what did Michael Jordan do in those 2 years? And why did he come back to the NBA? The reason Warner Brothers came up with was that the Looney Tunes basically asked Michael Jordan to come back to help them win a basketball game, to save them from becoming a tourist attraction in some random aliens theme park. And I mean, it was the 90s, it was just different back then. So after the first Space Jam movie was a box office hit, I know it sounds like I'm joking, but it actually made 170 million. So fair play to Warner Bros. And obviously what you do if your movie's successful, you create a sequel, and that's exactly what they did, but they just waited 25 years for it. And they also decided to have a tie-in game. And obviously Space Jam is about basketball, so they decided to create a basketball simulator.
It's not a basketball simulator.
What do you mean?
It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
What do you mean it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up? So it's not actually a basketball simulator at all. It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up. I mean, what? Oh, I just give up. I really do just give up. You have the perfect opportunity to create a basketball simulator with the Looney Tunes versus the Goon Squad. I mean, that is poor branding anyway. Warner Bros, you need to up your game, to be honest. You've had an absolute mare. Oh boy, where do I start with this game now? Let me tell you. I think I'm going to start with the absolute cringe in this game. You know, you've always got to start with the cringe, just like the beginning of this video. And I've got to say, let's just have a little compilation of cringe. So now that I've put you through that absolute cringe fest, we're going to be actually looking at the game and looking at the goods, the bads and the ugly. And I've got to hand it to them actually at how difficult this game is. for a game that's 3 and above, it was surprisingly difficult. I didn't think I would die as many times as I did. And basically what you have to do is you get through each level, you get points based on how you did, how many enemies you defeated, and then if you died, you got minus 5,000 taken away from you. You get to use some Space Jam legacy cards, that's what they call them, so they're just power-ups. And what you're seeing in the background is the 40 minutes worth of gameplay in about 4.5 minutes, because I've sped it up so you don't have to watch nearly 40 minutes of gameplay. And I think when you're looking at what this game is, it's obviously a very basic game, but it's actually a good basic game in the fact that there is still that element of challenge. And for me, I actually quite enjoyed that, because it meant that this was a side-scrolling beat-em-up, but that added challenge, it sort of actually did feel like an arcade game. So I am going to give them credit where credit's due. And then when you look at the bosses, the first 2 bosses are easy enough to beat, and then obviously you have to fight Algorithm. Do you see what they did there? It's like a computer algorithm, but they decided to be cool and hip and call him Algorithm. I mean, the people that wrote this, they deserve a pay rise. This is top-notch banter, to be honest. I mean, when you're blessed with such a good pun just like that, round of applause for them. So, looking at this game for what it is, being sort of like an arcade style game, I have to say it's actually got loads of variety in enemies. They vary in difficulty. Obviously it gets harder as you go along in the game, and when you're looking at the backgrounds, I actually think obviously the art style is to replicate an arcade game, but for me personally, I actually think that it's a very well done representation of an arcade game. And to be honest, this game I don't think is actually too bad. If you have Game Pass, I believe it's still available until the 15th of July possibly. So yes, I did just check, it is the 15th of July. So if you're a fan of Space Jam and you want to pick up this game and you've got Xbox Game Pass, then I mean, yeah, pick it up I guess. The game is good for what it is. It's not going to blow you away, it's not a AAA title, but obviously this is just the main game, so I'm going to also be talking about the other modes. When I say the other game modes, I actually just mean Boss Rush. Try and say that 5 times quickly, I bet you can't. And when I say this game is difficult, my god, did they up the difficulty on Boss Rush, because I've already played like 2.5 hours of this game. Obviously 40 minutes for the main game, but we're going to be talking about it in the next part anyway. Boss Rush. I mean, I feel like I've got PTSD from it, to be honest. You can see it in the background. It's basically you take on the 3 bosses, and if you get defeated you go back to the start, and the first 2 easy enough, beat them loads of times. I think I might have died twice to them, but Algorithm, oh my god, it's just because your power up doesn't actually power up quick enough, you completely get punished. So I kept on picking the health so that I can actually get the health against Algorithm. I mixed it up between Bugs Bunny, Lola Bunny, LeBron James, and after 40 minutes I just gave up. I'm not gonna lie, I just quit. You can see how many attempts. My score was absolutely stupid, and if this video gets 100 likes, I'll live stream me trying to get through Boss Rush, because trust me, there was a lot of swearing going on. Oh my god. Considering it's a +3 game, it just became infuriating because I just could not beat Algorithm for the life of me. I could get him down to like a third health, and then I just kept on getting slapped up. So I just gave up in the end, and really, there is a hard mode, to be honest. I don't know what they're classing the normal game as then, because the normal game for me was hard. So hard mode must be like, probably like Dark Souls maybe. I don't know, I found the normal game pretty difficult. So, you know, it is what it is. That is as far as I got into the game, because I just gave up on Boss Rush for a very apparent reason. So now obviously I've gone through the gameplay, I've spoken about what I think's good about it, what I think's bad about it, and the thing is, when you look at what is actually in front of you, it is a very well made game, and I can't deny that. It is well made. I didn't find any bugs in it, so obviously it's no longer than like 40 minutes, but I think for me, there's some things that should just be left in the past, and Space Jam is just one of them. And for that reason, I'm going to have to give this game a rating of orange and mango chutney. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, why not check out this video over here, which is my Battlefront 2015 in 2021. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment down below what you thought of this style of video, whether you liked it, whether you disliked it, and if you're new around here, do consider subscribing. But for now, I'll see you in the next one.